welcome to this week's episode of Skapie's Corner. I'm Skapie and this is my corner. So, can you guess what's gross, sad and beautiful all at the same time? Time's up, it's Victorian mourning jewelry. And by the end of this episode, you'll have a newfound appreciation for selfies. Trust me, it's much less effort. History lesson time! Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, died in 1861. Queen Victoria died in 1901. During this curious period of 40 years, Queen Victoria was in mourning for her husband for the whole of 40 years. She remained in full mourning for 3 years and then continued to mourn her husband until the day that she died. For many Victorians, wearing a loved one's hair kept memories fresh for the wearer. But what started as a curious way to keep your loved ones close became an elaborate art. Queen Victoria wore a piece of jewelry made out of Prince Albert's hair every day after his death. Because of Queen Victoria's influence, the fashion of wearing mourning jewelry lasted until the end of the 19th century. It was socially important to wear brooches made of hair resembling flora in Victorian times. They had a different mentality when it came to death. It was part of everyday life and was treated with respect. Wearing your loved one's initials was also a very popular hair art design. People wore jewelry to remember their loved ones because there was no photography. You could also get a painting made of your loved one. Much later on, there was a fad called death photography. Now here's where it gets a little bit weird. Victorian photographers would deliberately pose a photo that might resemble people when they were still alive. So the dead person would be put on a stand in nice clothes with his eyes open and then his picture would be taken. Or you would have to hold your dead loved one in a pose that would make it look like they were still alive. Now before you go on judging them, photography and camera equipment were very expensive. As expensive as our pricey modern day funerals. Many people couldn't afford to pay photographers to take pictures of their loved ones and families frequently, so they would often only decide to spend the money on a photographer after the loved one has passed away. As far as materials go, black enamel was the hallmark of most mourning jewelry, but different metals and gems have different meanings. White enamel means that the deceased was a woman who died unmarried and a virgin. Pearls would indicate the loss of a child. Anyway, I told you you'd have a newfound appreciation for selfies, right? That's much less effort. Thanks for watching, guys. The links to our Facebook and Twitter is in the description below. You can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side.